Hi guys, so in this short video I'm going to walk you through how to download data from the US Census Bureau American Factfinder and then join that data to census tracts and display them for Santa Clara County. So what we are going to do is we are going to look up the education attainment level using an advanced search. So I'm going to go to factfinder.census.gov and click on the advanced search and say show me all. So I'm going to type in the name of the table that I'm looking up. So you can actually find a listing of all of these tables on this website. So there's a ton of data available. So then we want to do the location as Santa Clara County. So now we want to select what geographic units we want to look at. So we go over here to geographies. And we are looking specifically at census tracts. So I'm going to pull down here and select census tracts for California, and I want Santa Clara County. And I want all tracts within Santa Clara County, so that's the first option. So then I click Add to your selections, and I close this window. So now I have my education attainment, and I have selected that this is the table that I want. So now I'm going to say go. And this gives me just the education attainment, or S1501. I'm going to choose the 2017 5-year estimates because that will give me the greatest detail of data. Okay, so now I can check over here in my selections. I have S1501 education attainment, and I have census tracts, all counties within Santa Clara. So now I simply click download. That's going to download a zip file. Okay, so in our S1501 folder, we have several different files. Some of these are README documents, and some are the metadata. And this is the one we are interested in, the one with annotation. So let's go ahead and open it up. I have it in Excel. You can either look at it in Excel or in Google Docs. So this is a very large file, and it's going to kind of choke our software if we import the whole thing. So we are only going to import the fields that we are interested in. So this data, the data from the census, comes with two different headers. The first one is a header that is easily interpreted by machines, and it's kind of a series of letters and numbers as gobbledygook. The second one is in English. Now, this will not import well into a database software, so what we are going to do is we are going to remove this second header. Before you do that, though, I encourage you to kind of peruse these different records and look for what is interesting to you. I suggest that we look at HC03 estimate VC11, which is the number of males over the age of 25 who are high school graduates. So that's what we're going to work with here. So I'm going to delete the second header row. So I'm going to delete all of the fields except for the GeoID field and the field that I'm interested in. So there it is. So I'm going to then highlight all of the fields that I do not need and delete them. And then on the other side as well. Okay, so I am left just with two fields and a whole bunch of records. I'm going to then save this, and we can see that this is a much, much smaller file. Okay, so now I am going to import it into my geodatabase. Okay, and I have my green checkbox, so it was successful. I can now open my geodatabase and see my two layers are in there. Now let's add them to a map. Okay, so I'm going to open up my tables just to inspect what we have here. So I have my GeoID field, which I can tell is a text entry because it's justified to the left side. Notice that numeric entries are justified, such as the shape length or the shape area, are justified to the right. So we can tell without even needing to look at the table setup that this is in fact a text entry. And the reason it's text is because we have this leading 0. So this is a concatenation of the state, the county, and the census tract. So the state is 06, California. It's the 6th state alphabetically. 085 is the FIPS code for Santa Clara County, and then the remaining digits are the census tract. So this is our GeoID, and if we open our high school grads table, we can see, I'm going to pull this out here, that we have this same information in the last digits of the ID field. So what we need to do is we need to strip off the first digits here and just keep the remaining digits starting with 06. So to do that, we're going to create a new field. I'm going to call this GeoID 2. And I'm going to make it into a text field. So after I make a change to my data, I need to save it. Okay, so then let's go back to the table and we can see that our new field is here. I am going to then open up the field calculator. So I'm going to type in the Python code block. And now we can see that we have the matching GeoID to this GeoID. Okay, so now we're ready to do the join. So we go over to the Data tab and we select Joins, and we want to add a join. And we are going to use our geometry as our starting point, and we are going to join using GeoID to the male high school grad, and we are going to use the GeoID 2. So I simply say run. Now if I look at my census tract data, I can see that I have this estimate of my high school graduates over here. And I can modify my symbology now to display by male high school graduates. So we can see that the darkest census tracts have the highest number of high school graduates as the highest education level attained. There you go.